G'day viewers. I actually did a video on this, but I thought I'd do a better one because I was actually sitting at home today and enjoying a bit of wine at home, relaxing on my time off. And, I was having a few glasses of wine and I did a video, uploaded it, a couple of people saw it, but I thought I'll take it down and redo it, do it properly. So actually I had a dream vision just recently which I wanted to share. Because I don't know, it may be something important, it may be nothing. So basically, in the dream vision, I was in downtown Sydney, or what we call the Sydney CBD, the Central Business District of Sydney. And in the heart of Sydney, there is a rather large tower complex which sits atop of a big shopping centre, which is owned and operated by Westfield Corporation. Anyhow, it was daytime during my vision of what I saw, and this dream vision was extremely vivid, I have to say. You know, it was very vivid, very realistic. Like, felt like I was really there watching the events unfolding. With great clarity and almost with a sense of fear or terror at the same time, because what I saw was quite terrifying, to use a word. So I was standing on a street in the Central Business District, looking across at the Centre Point Tower, it's called, and it was, if you use a clock, it would be in the 1 o'clock position. So basically straight up and down is 12 o'clock. If you move slightly to the side, that's 1 o'clock. Just excuse me a second. Okay, sorry, just had a brief interruption there. So as I was saying, I was standing there looking across at the tower. It was to my right, and obviously above, because I was at the street level and the tower is very high. It wasn't directly in front of me, it was more to my right, at approximately a 1 o'clock position. 2 o'clock's a bit further, and 3 o'clock's kind of 90 degrees, which would have been, you know, looking across that way, but it was more just on an angle, a slight angle to where I was. So I would have been maybe 2 or 3 streets or city blocks to the left of the tower, and I was looking at it from the south. So I was south of the tower in the Central Business District, maybe 2 or 3 streets across from it, not directly in line with it, and looking towards the harbour, which faces to the north, because on the other side of the harbour, if you go over the harbour bridge, it's called North Sydney. So I was looking from the south of the city in the Central Business District towards the tower, towards the north, and slightly out towards the sea, the eastern coast of Australia. I wasn't looking inwards towards the west, out towards the coast, which is to the east. So I was looking in a slightly northeasterly direction from where I was standing, and I could see the tower, and it loomed quite large actually. But as I say, the feeling was a terrifying feeling, because I could see the tower actually collapsing towards me. It's hard to sort of depict what it looked like, sort of looming quite large and falling on an angle. But it was falling towards me, in a and falling in a would be a southwesterly direction. So it was falling away from the harbour towards the south of the city, and it was falling slightly inland, so in a slightly southwesterly direction towards where I was. And at that point in the vision, I was running to get away from it because it was falling in my general direction. So I was running as fast as I could to the north and slightly to the east, trying to get away from the tower. And I remember thinking, wow, this thing's coming down pretty close. It's not going to hit me, but there's going to be an awful lot of debris from the thing, like bits and pieces, goodness knows, glass, metal, whatever, concrete and stuff flying around. So I thought, I've got to get out of the way of this thing in an extreme hurry. And I remember thinking a bit like a cat, where is there something that I can dive underneath that's kind of going to give me some safety or protection from flying debris. So I was looking for tables, anything like that, which was tricky because it was outside in the city, and there's not a lot of that stuff around, that you can dive under, or even, I don't know. That's basically what I was looking for, something I could get under. I wasn't thinking about getting inside another building. I was just trying to find something I could dive under. It was terrifying and happened within only a few moments. Yeah. So exactly what that dream vision means, I have no idea. It was daytime when it was happening. The sky was quite clear and it was a sunny day. I remember that about it. The city was otherwise looked quite normal. It looked quite normal. It didn't look as though, the city was under any attack or anything. It didn't look like there was any destruction around in the city. So it wasn't like it was happening during some sort of attack or warfare. It didn't look like that. I didn't remember hearing or seeing anything explosive. Like, there was no bomb sound or detonation sound, or I couldn't see any smoke or flame or anything like that. So there was nothing to indicate that it was caused by anything explosive, that it had been bombed, or that it had been some sort of terrorist attack. There was no aircraft that I could see, nothing like that. So it was very strange, and the dream seemed, by all intents and purposes, to be happening silently. I don't remember hearing any sounds, but very vividly and very in your face, this thing coming towards me. Whether it was, whether the dream vision is something that is to be interpreted as a real event, I have no idea. Whether it's to be interpreted symbolically, I don't know that either. So, because I'm not sure, I haven't really processed it yet to think what symbolically that might mean. What literally it means seems fairly obvious, that something happens to the tower and it collapses. What would cause that, I have no idea. I'm not a structural engineer, I don't know stuff like that. So this is not meant to be a warning or anything like that. I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to scare people or panic people. I'm sure there are people that maintain that building and know exactly what they're doing. So, and I mean, we have a very good government and police services and things like that. So, and terrorist laws and things. So if there was any kind of terrorist threat or something like that, I'm sure there are people that in Australia that can deal with that kind of thing. We're geared up for terrorist threats and things like that. So I don't know. I don't know what it was exactly that this dream vision means. If it means anything at all, maybe it means nothing. But I'm just putting it out there. And do with it as you will. So thanks for listening and have a great day. And keep reading your Bible and praying, and God bless you all.